forward to this.
What's up everyone, how's it going? Now I know I said in the last video that my next video was going to be my top 10 villains list, but that video is most likely going to be coming out Monday. So in this one, I just wanted to go over 5 changes that I think need to be happening to heroes in Star Wars Battlefront 2. Now some of these changes are going to be for all the heroes, and then some of them are going to be for specific ones. So let's go for my first change that I really want to see. Now the hero designer for this game actually mentioned that they are talking about adding this in, so I wanted to add this in to the first one to know that pretty much everyone in the community wants this to be a feature, and that is that the health on kill card needs to be a simple passive feature. So right now, of course, it is a star card, and it is just kind of annoying that it takes up a whole slot because it's a star card that pretty much everyone's going to use, especially if they're in Galactic Assault, because it's just one of those necessary ones. And I just really hope they change it to where as you upgrade your hero or villain, the star card upgrades along with it, and it's just automatically there, because a lot of the star cards have to do with the hero's abilities and stuff, and right now pretty much everyone I've seen uses the health on kill card along with the health regeneration card or the larger base health card, because some heroes have the base health and then the others have a health regeneration card. So I don't think they would change those to make him passive, but I do really hope that they make the health on kill card a passive ability, because it would just be nice to have some more variation within the star cards and be able to have upgraded abilities instead of just using one extra star card after you use the health on kill along with the health regeneration or base health card. So that is my first thing on my list. Now my second thing is for a specific character, and that is going to be for Darth Maul. Now currently in the game, Darth Maul does have a lightsaber throw ability, and right now it's just kind of useless in my opinion, because one, it's really glitched at the moment to where even if it goes directly through an enemy, it will just do no damage to them. And then two, he throws it vertically, so it's super hard to aim with it, and even if you do aim correctly, like I said, it just doesn't work half the time. So a change I would love to see for this would be to make him throw it horizontally, a lot like the original Battlefront games. And a really good way I think they can incorporate this would be to make it an actual star card. And I think to really balance it out, they can make it to where if you're not using the star card, you throw it vertically like normal, but you actually get 2 of them. So if you use the star card, you throw it horizontally, but only get 1, but if you decide against it and just want to do the vertical, because you're a really good aim, you get 2 of them. So I think that's a really good way just to make it equal and balanced throughout, because Darth Maul is getting a block soon, so he's already going to be a pretty powerful character, so I think that'd be a really good way to do it. So that is my second thing on my list. Now my third thing is again specific to a character, and that is that I really would love to see a 4-armed General Grievous. So currently General Grievous is personally my favorite villain in Star Wars Battlefront 2. I mean, he's just so unique and cool, and he was the character I have wanted in this game for so long. So whenever he got announced at EA Play back in June, I was so hyped, I was so excited, and so glad that they had finally been listening to the community. And then he came out in October, and he was just so much fun to play as, though he was a bit glitchy, but he is fixed now. Though I would still love to see him use his forearms at some point now. I think if they do decide to do this, they'll make it like a 4th ability, kind of like Anakin has 4 abilities. They'll just make it that where he'll swing slower, but with all 4 arms, and it does a lot more damage. Because like I said earlier, while he is my favorite character and he's just so cool to play as, and he has such unique abilities, him just using 2 arms feels a little bit like they left a piece of him out, because I think him with 4 arms is what makes him so unique, along with being a cyborg. So let me know in the comments down below if you would rather have them do that as an ability or just him normally use 4 arms, because they did say in the community transmission for Grievous that it was extremely hard to make him and animate him. So I do understand why they did not make him with 4 arms, because I can see how difficult it would be to animate, because I know a lot of people say, well, in the original Battlefront 2 they did it where he had a 4-arm animation, but games back then were made a whole lot differently, and with the DICE engine now, things are just so in depth and it just takes so long to make something in it. So I do understand if they do not implement this feature at some point. So let's go to my third thing on this list. Now this one might be a bit controversial depending on how people look at that, and personally this is just what I want, and I really do hope that every lightsaber hero gets a star card that allows them to one-shot infantry. So I've seen half the people in the community want this, and then the other half just not want it at all, because lightsaber heroes are super quick and powerful. A lot of people think it would be a little bit OP, but personally I just think it makes sense. I mean, look at Battlefront 2015. Heroes were way overpowered and just so much fun to play as, but in this game, heroes are made a little bit differently to where it takes a lot more skill to use them. So I understand if they don't implement this, but personally, it's just something I've always wanted for quite a long time now. And especially because the infantry can just roll out of their way from lightsaber attacks, because after the Capital Supremacy update, it is so easy to roll out of lightsaber attacks, and then just the lightsaber hit detection is just so weak now. I am assuming that it is a glitch and will be patched within the next update, but right now, it's just pretty annoying, especially for lightsaber heroes like Obi-Wan, who already have a slower attack animation, and then they have to hit him twice to kill them. So yeah, I think they can make this a star card to increase lightsaber damage. Now, a lot of heroes like General Grievous as well as Anakin, they already have a star card for this, so they're completely fine in my opinion, and that's one of the reasons why I see people using those heroes a lot more on the Battlefront. It's because they use the star card that allows them to one-hit every infantry except for the heavies, because they have like 250 health points. But let me know your thoughts down below on that one. Like I said, it's probably going to be a bit controversial and kind of half and half on what people want. But that is my fourth feature that I'd love to see implemented for heroes. Now, my final one is going to be kind of a small one, and that is that I really hope that Boba Fett eventually has an ability to be able to aim down his sights. And in my opinion, I think Boba Fett at the moment is probably the weakest villain in this game. While he's probably the most annoying person to go up against in Heroes vs. Villains because he just flies around. In Galactic Assault, I never see anyone using Boba Fett. He's a lot like Chewbacca, where he's just so weak at this point that it's like, why would you even use him when you can use someone like Anakin or General Grievous or even like Count Dooku? Because when this game first launched, he was actually a pretty good character. I think he was like one of the best villains in the game. But right now, the problem with him is his gun just does not do enough damage, as well as its recoil is absolutely insane. It's so hard to hit targets. So right now, you use the left trigger to fly your jetpack, and that's what I think should be his ability to aim down sights. I'm not sure what button they would replace that one with for him flying, but I'm sure there's something that you all can think of. But those are just 5 hero changes that I'd love to see implemented at some point. I know there's a whole lot more, but I wanted to keep this list kind of short and simple. I didn't want to make a huge video because, I mean, honestly, we could probably find like 20 or 30 things that need to be changed for the heroes, but these are just my main ones. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below what hero changes you'd like to see, and if you agree with my list or not. I'd love to hear a response. I'm sure you guys can think of some really unique things that could be changed. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure and leave a like. And if you are new, subscribe for more Star Wars news, gameplay, and more. And I will hopefully see you all in the next one.